If you've ever said nobody ever gets my hair right, this video is for you. The biggest disconnects that I see behind the chair always seem to happen during the consultation. Clients think they know everything because of Google, YouTube University, and TikTok series that they binged for weeks leading up to their appointment using industry jargon that they don't understand. And it's totally not their fault because we've trained them to use that vernacular, even though it quite actually means nothing to them. And then also having zero inspo photos or reference photos, just like saying words that again basically mean nothing if you don't understand what you're saying. So you go through the consultation, you think you're on the same page, and then when you leave, you end up just feeling absolutely frustrated. When you leave here, you're not only going to feel confident communicating with your hairstylist, but you'll feel so much clarity that you not only subscribe to this channel, you will share this video with a friend. Believe it or not, you do not need to know everything about hair to say what you want when you want to get your hair done. Balayage, wolf cut, shag, curtain bangs, platinum card. You don't need to know how to say anything about technique. You only need to know how to say what you like and don't like and how to describe the vibe of your inspo photos. Here's how you're going to do that. Number one, before we even open our phones, you need to get to know yourself. What are things that you love about your hair currently? What are some major things you struggle with that you wish you didn't? Do you have a huge concern with your hair that you're fighting? Think back to previous appointments that you've had. Were there any like disasters or mishaps that you would like to never revisit? And then like, what is your primary goal or desire when it comes to your hair? I'll give you an example for my hair personally right now. I haven't colored my hair in like 2 years, and that's because I've started getting gray hair. Instead of fighting it, I'm seeing how it's growing in, and then I personally would like to have a very soft, barely highlighted highlight look put in so that they are blended, but my hair can grow out and I don't have to touch it up that often. I don't want to have to color my hair more than like maybe twice a year. I also have curly hair, so I don't like to have a lot of bleach put on my hair because then it gets really dry, it doesn't curl, and it just gets frizzy and wiry and breaks. And then as far as my haircut, I like to have a little bit of a bang. I like soft layers. I like my hair to still be like full and bouncy but not heavy because it's very thick. And then I'd say probably my biggest concern is like I get a lot of scalp irritation and dryness, but that's a lot to do with my eczema, so there's only so much my stylist can do about that. So next we go into research. If you find a stylist who you're like, oh my god, I'm obsessed with their page, I love their work, I really want to work with them, but as you're scrolling you notice that they only do edgy alternative short haircuts and that's not your vibe, I fear that might not be your hairstylist. Not saying that they don't do other things, but typically stylists are posting the hair that they like doing, and if it's like mohawk after mohawk after mullet and you know you don't want a mullet, I would not book with that hairstylist. Do a little bit of homework. I think people are so quick to just jump into like, oh, I know this one person does hair, let me just book with them. I'll use myself as an example again. I don't really like doing like a bleach and tone. I don't like doing that. I have 2 clients who I will do that on, but I don't ever post those because I don't want to book more of those. I post a lot of low maintenance, lived in color, and I post a lot of extensions, and that's it because that's what I'd like to be doing. Do your homework before booking. Next up, you're going to want to make sure that you always have inspo photos. I could say that I like caramel blonde hair, and you could say you like caramel blonde hair, and we could have 2 polar opposite ideas of what caramel blonde is. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Find photos that represent the look you're going for and save them before going to the salon. If you're like,
yeah, I've never really found reference photos I like,
it's hard for me, whatever, I got you. I have 3 key places that I like to source inspo for hair photos, and I do this for my clients as well. Number 1 is celebrities and influencers. If there is a celebrity or influencer whose hair you're obsessed with and they have similar features to you, now don't get me wrong, I know you don't look exactly like them, but if you find someone who has similar traits to you that you can draw inspo from and you like their hair, use them as like your launch point. We all have a doppelganger in the world. I'm sure you can find somebody who looks kind of similar to you. My go-to reference for celebrity hair for one of my clients is Lucy Hale. They both have the same face shape, They both have dark hair, dark brows, similar hair densities. Anytime we're looking at cut or color inspo, I just pull up photos of her. I'll go back to the Pretty Little Liars days and I will pull up current photos. It just depends on what the vibe is that we're going for their hair today. Next up, tried and true, Pinterest. I know lately it's hard with AI. I have a whole other video coming out about AI inspo photos, so subscribe if you don't want to miss that. But Pinterest is still the go-to if you need hair inspo. Why? It's like Google for photos. The SEO on Pinterest is just like amazing when you're trying to find hair inspo. So you can literally type in brunette hair with highlights, gray highlights on dark hair, red hair inspo, and you will find endless reference photos for your hair. And then my last favorite place to get inspo photos is go to the stylist that you booked with's Instagram and just scroll. You'll find inspo that matches what you're looking to do. And honestly, it's like the number one way to flatter your stylist when you bring them their own work as inspo. After we have all of our inspo that we've narrowed down, try to pick like your top 3. You're going to really sit and break down what you like and what you don't like about these photos. For example, say it's these 2 photos that I'm torn between, and I'm like, okay, I like how the highlights look on this one versus on this one. I don't like that the ends are so light on this one versus this one. I like the haircut. I like the layers. I don't like the length, but I like the overall shape. I don't like the bangs. I do like the bangs. I know I wouldn't style my hair like this, or maybe I do style my hair like this every day. So this is realistic. I don't style my hair like this. How would this look on my hair? How I do style it? Really sit and think about those things and just know what specifically you like in each photo, as well as what you don't. And then think about your lifestyle. Like, how much time will you realistically spend doing your hair every day? If you know you're like a wash and go kind of person versus I will spend 20 minutes in the morning getting ready kind of person, you're gonna have 2 completely different outcomes once your hair is done. Will you need a styling demo during your appointment? Don't be afraid to ask during the consultation. By all means, take the floor and say,
You know, I really like this photo. I love how it's styled. I don't think I can do that. Could you show me how to do that?
Your stylist will show you. It's not that big of a deal. Don't be afraid to speak up if you need a little extra assistance. It's okay. That's part of the job. When your stylist is reviewing the plan for the day, if you need clarification, don't be afraid to ask. Say they're going over the plan and then you're like,
Okay, but I just want to make sure I want more layers. I don't want to lose my length.
or,
Oh, you're saying you're going to do like a tip out. Could you explain to me what that is again?
and your stylist is more than happy to clarify. If they give you pushback when you have a question, maybe find a new stylist. It really shouldn't be that serious. Just never be afraid to ask for clarification if you are confused. You're not a stylist and we don't expect you to be one. So ask. Just ask. If you've made it to this point in the video, let me know in the comments down below which tip has stuck with you or you're planning on trying out before your next appointment. I'm super interested in hearing your takeaways. You don't need to learn hairstylist language to be happy with your hair. Once you know yourself, your likes and your dislikes thoroughly, your entire view on your hair and how you show up for your appointments will change immensely. Always remember that if you're confused, don't be afraid to speak up. Mistakes happen because of miscommunication, not because a stylist is necessarily bad. Sometimes that happens, but most of the time it's misunderstanding and miscommunication. So if you're ready to get unstuck and stop being disappointed with your hair, try these tips out. Thank you so much for joining me today, and leave your questions down below. I would love to chat some more and maybe you'll inspire another video. Subscribe to stay tuned for my AI inspo photo video, and I'll see you next week.